บรวมสามัคคีเตียงเจียตีปรายาเจียนจำมารานรงเรืองเจียตรมเยียนสากาปรองเปรียบดาวพลันลือ
So as we always start with a health program, and this week, today, we want to bring to our viewer relating to natures and brains. That is brought to you by GMA3 ABC TV Channel 5 from March 14. So we have a video.
Being one with nature helps our brains like block out pain. How?
I'm sensing some skepticism here, but I just wanted to help you inform you of the data. Taking a walk outside might help reduce your pain, and here's some reasons why. So researchers looked at how people tolerated their pain, essentially those who were dealing with pain, showing them imagery that involved nature versus imagery that involved being indoors versus being in urban outdoor environments, and they found that those who were in nature had significantly lower rates of pain. Now, scientists attribute this to being in nature might reassociate your pain to something else, make your brain less active in those areas that signal pain, but also in general just might make you distracted. So it's just a note that when dealing with pain, this might be a supplemental activity that you might want to do, taking a walk in nature.
So that just means you're allowing yourself to go somewhere else, your mind to go somewhere else, and taking your mind off of the pain?
I think that that's the basis of it. There's possibly another biological reason behind this. Maybe our bodies are more in tune with nature. There are many reasons where we can draw from, but it's hard to qualify and quantify exactly what that difference is. But I think overall, taking a walk outside might benefit you in more ways than one, not just reducing pain, but also we've seen studies that show that taking a walk can improve our heart health and improve our outcomes in terms of our overall health.
But if I'm hurting, the last thing I want to do is go for a walk.
You must not be in that much pain when you walk outside.
You should certainly treat the pain first, getting evaluated, but maybe after you're done managing it and you're up and about, you can take a walk outside.
I'm with Eve on this one.
All the variables
I know who I want.
Right, Dr. Darian is back. And
Well,
apparently
it's so true. You know, if you have a knee pain, the crew might be able to share it a little bit. The doctor always encourage, you know, the walking, the physical therapy that require physical movement. So it does help reduce the pain. And nature, through my personal experience, I find it helpful as well. If you have a little pain here and there, being with nature and allowing you to connect to nature sort of take your mind off your pain. And that's why your pain sort of improve a little bit for that time being. But if you have a great leg pain that you are not allowed to put too much pressure, yeah, you have to consult with your medical providers, a primary care doctor before you take a measure to take a longer walk with nature. What do you think? Yeah.
I have experience with nature, but it doesn't really help my knees though. I guess it's because of old age. The nature helps me when I take a walk outside. I feel fresh. I feel renewed. So I think taking a walk when you have a pain, it would help, like Dr. Darian said, that it distracted your mind when you see things around the nature. And that's how your mind started to stop reacting so much to the pain. So I think it's again, it's mind and body. So when your mind is happy and is distracted with other things around the nature, you tend to forget your pain. Don't you think?
Yes, and it has always been working well for me. So for me, since high school and now, whenever I study and I feel stressed or like work and feel stressed, and then I need to look at something green, like looking at leaves, like green leaves, and it really
Flowers.
it helps a lot. In terms of walking, I do know that walking alone, it doesn't matter if you walk in nature or not. It definitely help reduce menstrual pain. That's for sure. But in terms of like releasing stress and pain, I would suggest that, a walk in nature for sure.
Yeah, so nature offers so much benefit emotionally, spiritually, medically, and physically. It's holistic benefit. And next, I'd like to draw your attention to our next piece of news relating to a community. and this one is relating to a Cambodian community that Cambodian everywhere, especially outside of Cambodia, is trying to promote the return of God ownership from Thailand to Cambodia. And we have a video that we like to share with you, and then I will provide some summary but detailed information about what the video is discussed.
ដំណើររាជបកប្រឆាំងអះអាងថាបើរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលខ្មែរប្តឹងប្រទេសវៀតណាមនិងប្រទេសថៃឡង់លើករណីកោះកុដកោះត្រល់និងដែនសមុទ្រត្រួតគ្នាទៅតុលាការអន្តរជាតិដោយប្រើនីតិបញ្ញត្តិសមុទ្រ UN Clause ប្រទេសកម្ពុជានឹងឈ្នះប្រទេសទាំងពីរនេះ1លាន%មន្ត្រីជាន់ខ្ពស់គណៈបក្សសង្គ្រោះជាតិលោកអ៊ុំសំអាន
So here is a video that show the Prime Minister of Cambodia, and here Mr. Som An, an expert in Cambodian geography. The opposition lawmakers claim that if the Cambodian government sues Vietnam and Thailand over the Koh Kot, which is the border of Thailand, and Koh Tral, that is the border of Vietnam, that is now occupied by both these two foreigners, Vietnam and Thailand, on some of the overlapping maritime areas to bring this to the international courts of justice using the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea UN clause, that Cambodia will win 1,000,000% over both countries. According to the 1907 Franco-Siam Treaty of Wat Phnom, Cambodia received the provinces of Bat Dambong, Siem Reap, and Sisophon, which is part of the Ban Tieng Mien Chey province, while the maritime boundary lines follows the highest point of Koh Kot, meaning that at least half of Koh Kot belongs to Cambodia. It is also worth noting that below a sculpture representing the French flag, the French characters treated Franco-Siam's do 15th of March in 1907, that Bat Dambong, Siem Reap, Sisophon are engraved in Khmer, which mean French Siam Treaty dated March 15, 1907, that Bat Dambong Province, Siem Reap, and Sisophon Province belong to Cambodia. The Treaty of 1907, Siam agreed to return 3 provinces to Cambodia. One is Siem Reap, represented by the sculpture of a woman in the foreground holding a temple pedestal, and 2, Sisophon Province, a woman in the middle holding a flower pedestal, and 3, Bat Dambong Province, a woman in the background holding the bamboo pedestal. The central figure is a statue of King Sisawat right here that you see on the screen. Hun Manet, the current Cambodian Prime Minister, must sue Thailand to the International Court of Justice over the Koh Kot and maritime dispute. This is what the Cambodian community around the world is urging the current Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet to do, is to claim to take the case and the occupancy of Koh Kot by Thailand and the Koh Tral by the Vietnamese to the International Court of Justice.
And I wanted to point out that this posting is from His Excellency Som An, so we have to give credit to him. And whatever you have just translated, it was also his statements as well.
Yeah, so what we have shared, including the photo, these images, historical images, and the content that we share is being utilized from His Excellency Som An's Facebook post on March 27, 2025.
Thank you.
And next, I believe we are still on the Koh Kot, and I would like to transition the screen to my co-host.
Yes, thank you so much, Bong. So the next piece we have for today is also about Koh Kot, like Bong mentioned earlier, and the credit goes to Honorary
His Excellency.
Excellency. Thank you so much, His Excellency. What is his full name, Bong? I'm so sorry.
His Excellency Som An.
Yes, His Excellency Sam An. So basically, we have a video.
We have a video in English, so let's just listen to the video first.
It's like a coin with two sides. The joint development is this side, and the limitations of sovereign territorial claim is another side. So the coin with two sides. Even if you talk this side, there's always the other side. The best way is to get a bilateral agreement with Thailand to start to agree on joint development. In my opinion, if you want to bilaterally delimitate the overlapping claim area between, in this case, Cambodia and Thailand, we need to make sure our legal department is very strong and we have sufficient evidence, legal evidence that show to Thailand. And Thailand may not agree with you. You know, the story about Kokot, people may ask the question. Kokot, if you use the baseline, belongs to Cambodia. But Thailand may have some other argument that say, no, it belongs to Thailand. So you need to go to a legal expert, lawyer, international lawyers, and so on to protect your interests. So should we do delimitation first or joint development? You need to first choose one way to resolve this issue or to get the most out of it first. My suggestion is that joint development is easier. Not to say that we do not know what belongs to us and what not. You need to prepare that as well. By joining UNCLOS, should the issues arise, you can count on UNCLOS to call on Thailand to respect Cambodian claim. Here we show an UNCLOS, see it. Okay, Thailand come, here's what Cambodia claim, of which we think it is valid. So prove it to us that the Cambodian claim is not valid. So they dare to help, you know. So that's why I said it's the best insurance company for Cambodia to protect small state in event of a bigger neighbor who also have some form. So you need to first decide joint development or delimitation. But in my preference is joint development, but not to completely disregard delimitation. You need to also back up with your legal verification that to tell Thailand, look, you said this is belong to you, we also say this belong to us. So when two sides claim the same thing, you need a third party. That's international law. You have to take it to the court, provided Thailand agree to take it to the court. You know, Thailand cannot take us to court either if we don't agree to court. Let's say Thailand want to take Cambodia to court because Cambodia claim whatever Thailand says belong to Thailand. And it is up to us. And if we have UNCLOS behind us, UNCLOS will help Cambodia. Of course, UNCLOS will also help Thailand. UNCLOS will help whoever have a proven sufficient evidence that this is belong to you, but using international laws as a base to decide, not because you say it, not because a word or somebody draw a map, and then you take this as a case. That's why Thailand lose 2 times in the case of the Temple of Previhir in 1962, and then the reinterpretation of the so-called 4.6 square kilometers surrounding the temple. ICJ reinterpret that even the perimeter of the temple belong to Cambodia. You see, so we win both times with international law. This is a perfect example of international law that can be used to protect your sovereign right.
This is so.
It's like a coin with 2 sides.
Yeah, so this is so powerful. So the person who is speaking on the screen right now, his name is Mr. Bu Suthirath, and so he is currently a special advisor of the Cambodian Center for Regional Studies. And so basically what he is saying is that if you use the baseline, Kokot belongs to Cambodia. I mean, he was being very, very straightforward with his argument, and let's just give the main, the most important part here. So what he is saying is that if we use the law of the sea under UN clause, Kokot belongs to Cambodia, and Mr. Bu Suthirath is a former minister of Mines and Energy from 1993 to 1998 of the Phun Sen party, and Mr. Suthirath also mentioned the fact that if we ratify the law of the sea under UN clause, we can encourage Thailand to respect Cambodia's claim, the sea and Kokot. So basically what he is saying is that Cambodia does have proof that Kokot belongs to Cambodia, and he said that, yes, it's true that Thailand also claimed it's theirs. So that's why he said that it's so important for a third party to decide the case, because both parties have evidence. And for us, Cambodia, like he said, there's nothing for us to be worried about losing, because under the law of the sea, Kokot belongs to Cambodia, and we do have the map. And he gave examples of, you know, 2 incidences involved Thailand and Cambodia, where Thailand claimed that Privihir temple belongs to them. And then based on the law, the international court ruled in Cambodia's favor because, you know, the map and the law proves that Privihir belongs to Cambodia. So what he's saying is that, you know, this Kokot case is analogous to the Privihir case because, yes, again, Thailand claims that Kokot is theirs, but we also have evidence to prove that Kokot belongs to us, Cambodia. So basically, he is another important voice, you know, asking to take the case to the ICJ so that, you know, the third party like the ICJ can decide the case.
You know, my opinion would be that first step would be joining the UNCLOS. And the second step, like Mr. Sotirat was saying, that we can start with a bilateral with agreement with Siams or Thai. But if they continue to claim that it's all theirs 100%, then we should take it to ICJ. And of course, he mentioned that UNCLOS will always help those who have the right, and they would not be siding with those who are in the wrong side. So I agree with Mr. Sotirat that first we need to join UNCLOS. Second, we need to talk to Thailand, you know, the bilateral agreement, and to see whether or not they would agree with our proposal. That way we can skip the war and we can skip the court and everything, but it has to be mutual. It has to be for both of the countries beneficial, 50-50. Otherwise, we'll just take it to ICJ.
Yeah, that's right. So right now it's up to the Cambodian leaders and the Thai leader. If both feel strongly that Kokot belong to their nation, then they should file a lawsuit with the International Court of Justice, and they will involve UNCLOS to be a third party to determine the appropriate ownership for this island called Kokot. So there we have it, unless you have something else to say. If not, we can move on to a VOKA TV contact. So we invite you, our viewer, to please contact us to share your opinion over this issue of Kokot between Cambodia and Thailand. And here is our contact information. If you give us a moment, we'll pull it up and you will have access to both audio and print information. There you go.
Voice of Khmer Americans, known as VOKA, live streamed on Comcast Cable every Monday at www.ltc.org/on-demand/CH8 for VOKA English version from 6 to 7 p.m. and on www.ltc.org/on-demand/CH26 for VOKA Khmer version from 7 to 8 p.m. It'll be replayed on Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. And also you can watch it again online at www.immersmedia.org on Wednesday at 8 p.m. channel 15, and also online at www.lintv.org on Tuesday at 9 p.m. and Thursday at 7 a.m. or live on Comcast Cable Channel 3 and Verizon Channel 38. Here is our contact number, 617-461-9335 for live chat, or leave a message. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. We welcome any feedback and constructive criticism. As always, we thank you for watching and supporting our volunteers in serving our community for the better future.
Next, we have heritage, culture, and education. Welcome back, and we'll continue with our next segment, which is culture, heritage, and education. I'll transition the screen back to my co-host.
Thank you so much, Mom, for the introduction. So the news we have for this segment is about the equinox. So we have a video, so please take a watch together.
It's 6:15 a.m. in Cambodia. Today is the equinox, an event that happens only twice a year, when day and night are almost the same length all over the world. Southeast Asia waits for the sun. Huge crowds gather at the world-famous temple of Angkor Wat. They've come to witness an ancient but spectacular special effect. The sun is up and rising, just to the east behind the central tower. But the real moment of truth is still to come.
The sun is important in all cultures, particularly in ancient cultures, because the sun is the thing that allows people to survive. Without the sun, there is no survival. It's not a coincidence that it has been deified in ancient cultures throughout the globe.
We still find this connection very deep. Every society that we have studied all over the world and since prehistory seems to have had an interest in the sun, the moon, or the stars.
Wow, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. So basically, the video that we just showed to our viewers is by National Geographic TV, and so the national and international tourists, as you can see on the screen right now, they were screaming and yelling in joyous as they were waiting to see the sun rising out of the Angkor Wat temple. So it was such a joyous moment for many of them, and it's such a wonderful phenomenon because the sun rises right on top of the middle tower of Angkor Wat, and the event took place on March 22nd, 2025. And this is the March equinox, and celebrated around the world for centuries. This spectacular event marks the start of spring in the northern hemisphere and the fall in the southern hemisphere, an event that happens only twice a year when day and night are almost the same length all over the world. Southeast Asia waits for the sun once every 2 years, and huge crowds gathered at the world-famous Angkor Wat temple, beautiful, beautiful temple in Cambodia. And as many of you know already, Angkor Wat is a UNESCO treasure, and many tourists, like both international and national tourists, they have come to witness an ancient but spectacular special effects. The sun is up and rising just to the east behind the central tower, but the real moment of the truth is still to come. The sun is important in all cultures, as one of the reporters mentioned. The sun is important to lives, and the sun is the thing that allows people to survive. And I think in our culture, I think we also view such phenomenon as something holy, like something spiritual, because the fact that the sun rises on top of the middle tower, the central tower, I think it associates with power, with new beginning. For us, it's such a wonderful phenomenon. I wasn't able to witness this when I was in Cambodia, but I know. So next time when I get a chance to visit, I will make sure to plan it around March so that I can see the equinox.
Yeah, it's a great phenomenon. And I also wonder, we have Vietnam and Thailand trying to build Angkor Wat in their nation as well. And I wonder if, they have this sun on the center of the what do you call it? On the center of the
middle temple?
The middle temple, like that.
The central tower.
Yeah, tower, yes. So I wonder, and I know they built one in France and another one in Spain too. And I wonder if it came out the same way, but cannot beat the original, I'm sure.
They built one in India as well. So there's a replica in France, India, and now the newest one is the replica of Angkor Wat in Thailand. But they change the figure a little bit to make it theirs so that it will not look exactly like Angkor Wat Temple. But the central towers, the side towers, and everything look exactly the same. However, the entrance and then the side temple, they look a little bit different from Angkor Wat. So Thai is trying to make it theirs by just manipulating the look of their temple a little bit. So they don't name it Angkor Wat, they name it something else because they think that their culture does have something like that as well. But talking about that, we all know that in the first century or the second, the third, the fifth, the sixth, and so on, there was no Thailand. There was no Thai population. So Thai population came down from the north, which is China, and they were trying to live in the border of Cambodia. Then Cambodian people used them as not exactly as slaves, but used them in the war fighting with Burma and Indonesia and Malaysia and things like that. But later on, when they became more powerful, they kept on taking Cambodia's land a little bit at a time. Just like right now, they're trying to take everything they could a little bit at a time. And if Cambodian people do not fight back and continue to give them the land, the islands, whatever, they will take it. And then later on, they will continue to take more.
That's right, Nakru. And it's really, thank you for the historical facts about Thailand. And that's exactly what I have learned, read, and watched the documentation as well. Exactly what you shared. And they do continue to populate themselves into Kokot Island and then claim the island fully as theirs. And now they also try to claim other temples. Tam Wan Temple, Tam Wan Toi, Tam Wan Thom, and Prasat Ta Krabi as well, which is the border of Thailand. So anything that they can, I don't want to use invade, but they are invading into Cambodian territory. And if the Cambodian government do not address this invasion and popularize of the territory by the Thai people, they will just claim the right to the land legally. And so this is a big issue, and to the east, to the west, we also have an issue with Vietnam, who's also continue to populate into the Cambodian land territory and already occupy Koh Tral illegally as well. So that's it for now, unless we have some
yes,
other thing to share, Nakru.
We do have our last clip of snapshot about the convention in Canada. So let's just take a look at that snapshot first. And you can let our viewers know when and so on and so forth.
Oh, yes. So this is the a global convention, actually. It already happened in Australia and
France.
South Korea and in France. So next is happening in Canada, and it looks like it will be taking place sometime in April. I remember
April
the
5th. Can you
information.
see it on the
Yes. So it will be taking place on April 5th, 1925. And there's a contact information, Group, if you can scroll down a little bit. There's a contact information, Mr. Lee Sokha, Mr. Kum Thai Ieng, Mr. So Chan Date, Mr. Put Vanaret, and Mr. Mao Seung, and their phone number is on the next column. And we hope that a lot of New Englander can attend this event in Canada, taking place on April 5th and 2025 coming up. And because we are so close, so hopefully a lot of people can afford the time to be there. And they try to do it on the weekend as well, so people don't have to take a lot of time off from work.
And the location would be the where is it? The central. I can't read
it's
it.
such a small print, I couldn't really see.
Let me make it.
So if you have a viewer, if you have a mobile phone with you, just take a snapshot of the information on the screen, and you can also try to enlarge to see the information. So it looks like it will be taking place on Saturday, April 5th, at Center
Communautaire Roussin.
Yeah, it's French, so I couldn't really pronounce it.
12125 Road Notre Dame East, Montreal, Quebec, H1B 259, room number 160, first etage, first floor.
First floor, yeah. And
room number 160, first floor, and the time would be from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
yeah. So if you want to know more about this information, either in English or in Khmer, you can contact the organizer directly, Mr. Lee Sokha, and his personal contact right there, 514-217-9827. Mr. Kaim Thai Eng, 514-476-3370. Mr. Saw Chan Dad, telephone contact 438-922-6076, and Mr. Put Van Naren, telephone contact 514-589-5712, and Mr. Mao Seung, telephone contact 438-992-1568. So take a snapshot of the screen, and then you can contact those individuals directly for more information in either English or Khmer. I'm sure they can provide you the exact information about this event happening on April 5th, 2025.
And also, before we move forward, just want to say that today is the last day of the International Women's Month. It's so sad, but anyway, as women, we will continue to fight for our rights everywhere.